Good morning and welcome to an early Mantra Monday as I have to run off to another appointment. Um, so, we do a lot of work where we charge items for use. We put energy into candles that we burn or into oils. We charge stones. We let the stones charge us. Um, there are many ways in which we can take the energy from the divine and put it into an item for later use. Okay, how about we do that with something like water? We can then take that water and use it for healing purposes. Take that water in, use that water to cook with. Even if you've charged a certain volume of water, you can use that to wash an item in particular and put that healing energy into that item that you then can wear. But mostly it's for charging the water so that you cook with it or you drink it directly and take that in that way for healing purposes. So that's the mantra we're going to be doing today. It's a little bit longer one and it's a little more complicated. So we're not going to do a whole bunch of them. We're probably only going to do about 10 or 12. Um, but we have a lot of power at our disposal if we want to take advantage of that. Charging things to wear, charging things to consume, and let's make the most of this. The mantra we're going to be doing goes, and like I said, it's a little bit longer. Oshadim Janahi Tohum Vidyo Naharanya Harihi. Okay, so we're calling on Naranaya as the healer. God's healing. Water touched by the Spirit of God is the best medicine because God is the best doctor. That's what this means. So I'm hoping that you can think about how you can make use of that. Maybe that's something where you're not using it for yourself, but you're using it to water your plants. If you've got some plants that are struggling, you can use it for your pets. If your pets are dealing with some chronic health issues, that perhaps it can be useful for them. There are a variety of ways. I mean, water is everywhere. Everybody needs water. So, and if you really want to, depending on how deep your practice is, in the Hindu tradition, there are pujas that involve doing ablutions to a particular god. So you can combine using a water ablution with a god that you are going to ask for assistance from. And you would have a small statue of the god or goddess in question, and you would pray to that particular god or goddess using a mantra that would be appropriate for them, and use this already charged water pour over the statue as you asked for their divine assistance. So as you see, there are a variety of ways that this can be used, and I encourage you to think about how you can incorporate it into your life. Having healing energy coming in on a regular basis, what's wrong with that? That sounds fantastic. We could all use a little extra healing coming in on the regular, especially as we get older. And I know that the people who tend to come to this page, the people who tend to watch our services, are, we've been through a few things. Okay, we're not youngsters. Although if you are a young person, hey, welcome. We'd like to see you. We'd like to see more of you. You can use this too. Try to keep yourself in fine form for as long as possible. Living a healthy life is what we want to do. while we're in form, let's enjoy it. Let's do some Ganesh before we get into this longer one, okay? Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, 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 Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Okay. So, let's do 10 of these longer ones, okay? I suppose I should put it in the comments so you can see it there. I had it in the main body, but Ushadin, Janavi, Toyam, Vaidyo, Narayana, Harihi. Sure, I have everything here. Shadim Janavi Toyam Vaidyo Narayana Harihi. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Ushadan Janavi Toyam Vaidyo Narayana Harihi. Ushadan Janavi Toyam Vaidyo Narayana Harihi. Oshadim Janavi Toyam Vidyo Naharanya Harihi. Oshadim Janavi Toyam Vidyo Narayana Harihi. Oshadin Janavi Toyam Vidyo Narayana Harihi. Oshadin Janavi Toyam Vidyo Narayana Harihi. Oshadin Janavi Toyam Vidyo Narayana Harihi. Oshadim Janavi Toyam Vidyo Narayana Harihi. Oshadim Janavi Toyam Vidyo Narayana Harihi. Last one. Oshadin Janavi Toyam Vidyo Narayana Harihi. So how do you use this? They tell you to take the vessel of water, have your hands around it, chant the mantra, let the energy flow through your hands into the water, which I just did a few of these and my hands are really tingling now. So obviously it wants to be charging right now. And failing any place else to go is going to charge the water that's actually in my cells. But hold the vessel, chant that mantra, and then use that for whatever purpose you've chosen to use it for. Helping the health of your plants, your animals, your friends. You know, if you are going to be visiting somebody who's ill and you're going to bring them some soup, charge the water, make the soup, bring them the soup. Everybody gets a bit. When things are conspiring to wear away our energy, it is important that we do everything that we can to try to keep that energy high. And that means, pulling it in. There is an infinite source of it for us to draw upon. We just have to make sure that we are connected correctly so that we're getting it the way we need. And that we're not letting other outside sources steal that energy away from us. I know it's really easy to get caught up in things in the day-to-day life that are really there and they really aggravate and they're looking to take your energy and steal your light. And that cannot be allowed. Much as we always want to help others, we cannot give from an empty cup. You always have to come first. That's not a selfish thing, okay? That's realism. That's understanding that you have to be strong in order to be able to be strong for others. Your health is just as important as anybody else's health. Your life is just as important as anybody else's life. Sacrificing yourself for others for no reason is not helpful to anyone. Because once you've sacrificed yourself, that person may still need help, and you're not there anymore. Please think of yourself. You are important. Use things like this mantra to help you stay strong, to give you tools that you can use to help others while keeping your own self as strong as possible. I encourage everyone to take a look at how they can keep themselves focused, balanced, strong. It doesn't mean you have to, remove yourself from things. We are in the world. But remembering that we are just as important as everybody else. And that what we have to give is dependent on how we care for ourselves. Then we can care for others. I'll see you next week.